All right, let's start off by saying Barak Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachah Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is the Incommunicable Name. And this has been a scripture that the IUIC has been trying to use for a long time to dismiss the name of the Most High, to say that we don't know his name, we don't have his name. And that's not the case. And we've been, you know, the main group that's been pretty much defending the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because some of these other groups I don't really hear talking about, not that I watch them like that, but I don't really hear them. And whenever I do hear them, I don't hear them talking or rebuking IUIC for not teaching the name. And maybe they do, but I haven't heard it. But pretty much this is something that we've been going over the years, and this is one scripture that they've tried to use to say that we don't have the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that they can't be communicated and so on and so forth. And that's not what that scripture means. When you read the entire chapter in context, it's talking about idols. All right, and Lord's will, we're gonna, tackle that here. Because I've done lessons on it many times. I was just watching video the Elder Pastor did with with these mixed fruits, from the IUIC. Sorry I have to say it like that, but and he mentioned it, and that's one thing that they go to a lot. But when you really look at that scripture, you understand what does it mean by the incommunicable name. All right, and we're gonna get to it. This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. It says, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life." And pretty much, this is the deal. The chapter deals with idols. It deals with the devising of idols. It deals with man creating idols, man giving honor to these idols as being the Most High when they can't walk, they can't talk, or none of that. It says, "Neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end." It says, "For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law." Right, and this is dealing with the worshiping of different idols and different gods. Now you have gods of the nations like Baal, Ashtoreth, Kayan, and so on and so forth. But then you also have men that have been worshipped as gods on the planet. They've made, had legends about them, carved statues of them, paintings of them, so on and so forth. People worship them like if they were actually gods. It says, "Whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. Also, the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. For he," this is why the Apostle Paul said that those Galatians were superstitious, because they were being pretty much bewitched by the Israelites that knew that they were Israelites back then. "For he peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored." All right. So notice it keeps talking about idols, making of idols, making men idols, so on and so forth. Right. Verse 21, which is the main point. "And this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men, serving either calamity or tyranny, did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name." So it said that they did ascribe unto stones and unto stocks the incommunicable name. Now, when you look up the word ascribe, right, What does it mean to ascribe something? It says to say or think that something is caused by, comes from, or is associated with something or someone. The word ascribe is a word that means to give or to count. Then it goes on to say, what is a synonym for ascribe to? I'm sorry, I didn't finish that. What does the word ascribe mean in the Bible? The word ascribe is a word that means to give or to count. So to ascribe, give to the Lord the glory due his name means to see, understand, acknowledge the glory that the Most High already has. This is synonymous with worship, right? Because you cannot take the Most High's name and put it on another idol or a man as being the God or the power that created all of the things that we see. That's what it means by the incommunicable name. Because when we go to Isaiah 48, before I read the other definition, Isaiah 48 and 11, it says, for mine own sake, even for mine own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted, and I will not give my glory unto another? Why? Because the gods of the other nations are just idols. And that's pretty much what it means. Because the incommunicable name, you can't take the Most High's name and give credit to something else as being the author of everything that he created. That's why it says back in Wisdom of Solomon 14:21, and this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe, or meaning give credit to, unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. In other words, these are the gods, or this is the God that created all of these things. And that's not the case. Because the Lord said his name will not be polluted, and he's not going to give his glory to another. But these guys at the IUIC, they got such a fucking hard on for denying the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that they'll go to any lengths, try to use any scripture and twist it around to justify that warped sense of wisdom that they have, which is not wisdom, you know. But they're gonna take this name serious, you know. 2024, the hopeful year, you know, of Jacob's trouble. You know, the Lord is gonna really start putting the screws to a lot of these individuals, you know, because there's many scriptures that go into the name of the Most High, and one that I like to use a lot is Psalms, the 124th chapter. Just bear with me 1 second. Psalms 124th chapter. I'm just going to go straight to the point, which is the 8th verse. It says, our help is in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who made heaven and earth. So how are we to have help in that name? By calling upon that name. So if we don't have the name, then we're in trouble. How is the Lord going to say that our help and all these different things are in the name of the Lord, call upon the name of the Lord, but he's not going to give us the name? And Isaiah 19 chapter cuts them, where it says that we're going to be speaking the language of Canaan, which the language of Canaan is the Hebrew. And it even tells you that in the NLT, you know. So, you know, these guys got a hard on for denying the name of the Lord, you know, but you can't take the word incommunicable, like you could, the incommunicable name, you know, that's not that we don't have the name of the Most High. That means that you cannot take the Most High's name and ascribe it or give credit to another God or anything else as being the author or creator of these things. It has nothing to do with we can't call on his name because we don't have it. No, it has nothing to do with it. But let them be, you know, let them do what they do. Because eventually, you know, they're going to take those names serious. You know, so I just wanted to do like a little quick video on that, you know, because that's something that comes up from time to time from the IUIC. I've heard this argument many times from them, and they're breaking that scripture down totally wrong. And if you read the chapter, you know that it's talking about idols, you know, and it's ascribing or giving credit to these stones or these stocks for being the ones that created the things or do the things that the Most High is doing. Not that we don't have the name of the Most High. That's a total lie. So with that, I pray that you brothers and sisters have been edified. Till the next time I say shalom.